Growing up in Kenya, my sister and I were very close. But like any sisters, we fought a lot. She always got new clothes, and I always got hand-me-downs. Now she's putting her children through school in Kenya. We still fight sometimes, especially when I send money for the kids. I tell her, buy some clothes for the younger one, and we both laugh.
With nearly 500,000 locations, our app and online, this is moving money for better.
What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. So, Panama, a law firm in Panama with branches in more than 35 cities of the world is the one helping our corrupt officials to hide money and assets. You know, we just know that money is disappearing, but the evidence of where the money was going to is in Panama. Are you serious? By the way, this law firm is only the fourth largest one that the International Concession of Investigative Journalists have hacked its system. Number 4. So imagine what we would find out when the biggest one is hacked. I'm sure that right now a lot of people are not able to sleep at night because, you know, what a shame it is that Nigerians had to be on that list. Haba, why now? And these are not yahoo boys, so you know, these are big people in Nigeria. The so-called lawmakers, my people. Ours has become a country where criminals are the ones making the law. That is God. So imagine the former Senate President David Mark was on the list. But why now? But why? 8 illegitimate companies in your name alone. My oga. Just to cover up money that you've stolen. David Mark. And I was not surprised that the former governor of Delta State was on the list. So, you know, James Sibori, Ogrigo of Africa. Even though the man is in prison, he still has assets covered up in Panama. Now, the biggest one is the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, aka the Turaki of Filore. They said that the properties were listed in his wife's name. I said, who is the civil who? When the investigators said it categorically that many of these people that they actually bought their assets in somebody else's name. That's another thing that this law firm has been doing for their customers. They allow them to buy properties in somebody else's name. I beg. Him and his wife know about this. So Jare, Auntie Benny, Boni, and you've been representing our first lady left and right. Even in America, you are the one coming. I say you have skeleton in your cupboard as well. You know they listed Saraki's brother as well, Laulu, and his associates, you know, Obi, Asika, and Olufela Ibidapo. All other countries where people were named, people have been protesting left and right. Thousands of people are on the street protesting that these people must be arrested, they must step down, this, that. And their governments are on the case. In fact, the Prime Minister of Iceland has already resigned because they found his name on the list. As I'm speaking, they've already chosen another Prime Minister. Not only that, even in Ukraine, protesters are calling for Mr. President to step down by fire by force because they found his name on the list. Oh boy, has the Nigerian government said anything about our own people on the list? Of course not. Nothing. Corruption has so enveloped our mind that this type of case can easily be swept under the carpet. They may not do anything about it. Do you know what some of the senators were saying when Saraki's name came out on the Panama list? Some of them were saying that, this is just another effort of APC to persecute Saraki. I'm like, hey, it was APC that went to Panama to Abba. But with all the revelations we've had this week about Saraki, I have no problem at all believing that him and his wife know about it. So Jare, abeg, don't tell us stories. And speaking of revelations, despite his effort to sweep it under the carpet, Saraki's case continues at the tribunal. You know, my people, my legs are shaking right now after hearing how much money this man has stolen from the people of Kwara State. I said, hey, Father, where is thy face? Just so you know, all these accusations against him were backed up with documents to prove. First of all, these people said that there's a 4 billion naira in Saraki's GT bank account, which he cannot account for. I didn't say 4 million. I didn't say 400 million. I didn't say 1 billion. I said 4 billion naira. And that is nothing. On a single day, somebody named Obi deposited 77 million naira into Saraki's account 5 times. My dear, 77 times 5. that is 385 million naira, was deposited by Obi into Saraki's account. There was another day that Saraki himself deposited between 600 to 900,000 naira 50 times in a day. 50 times. Hey, whoa. Where was he getting the money? On May 19, 2009, $10,000 was deposited 18 times. 18 times in one day into Saraki's GT Bank dollar account. That is $180,000. The last deposits were made by Saraki himself. They also presented evidence that he paid 200 million naira in order to buy a federal government property in Lagos. The people of Kwara told me that when this man was the governor of Kwara State, he was living in Lagos. He would fly to Kwara State in the morning and then fly back to Lagos in the evening. Once in a while, they said he would sleep in Kwara, but he practically lived in Lagos for the 8 years that he was governor. According to the witness from GT Bank, in one day, he wired 1.5 million pounds of the money of the people of Kwara State to his foreign account. 1.5 million pounds. Why are the people of Kwara not protesting that this man should be jailed already? Hey, job me. Hey. And then there was another evidence submitted that day that he converted 375 million naira into pounds, and he paid that to Fortis Bank, using that to purchase a property. Now, Fortis Bank, that's a bank in Belgium. So he takes the people's money and he buys properties for himself. Now, the thing that baffled me, first of all, that day when he got to court, he said he's very happy to be here. He couldn't wait for the case to begin. People were like, really, oh boy, you are not deceiving anybody. What do you mean you are happy? You think we don't know all that you did in order to prevent this court proceeding? They were like, I beg, you can't deceive us anymore. And then, do you know what his lawyer said? They said that, oh, he got all those money from selling rice. Hey! And say that. You mean to tell me that Saraki produces rice and I did not know about this? Who is eating your rice if I'm not eating your rice? I eat Ofada rice. How come I didn't get to eat? They say Uncle Buki. No, some people said it is Uncle Buki. Some said it is Sarakonda. Anyway, so Saraki produces rice, and we've been pushing for made in Nigeria products all this while, and Uncle Saraki never once said, people should buy my rice, so I make rice, so saucy daban, kodana, until dauda. I'm telling you, Nigerians did not buy that lie of, oh, he's making rice. Look at what Nigerians are saying. Please, now when Saraki began sell rice and sugar, my brother, help me ask him more. Somebody else said, Kalu said that he was selling palm oil. Saraki now said he was selling rice. Another person will soon say he's selling pepper, and then meat. Food already be that, so Nigerians. Now this person said, so Saraki bought one of his houses from the sale of rice and sugar. Man, I'm quitting law right now. Sugar to take over. Yes, so people quit law, quit everything you are doing. There is money in rice. So apparently, according to Oga Saraki, if you're selling rice, you can be depositing millions of naira every day, 50 times in a day. But jokes aside, this man has stolen the future of young people in Kwara State. Why now? This is the money they are supposed to use to transform Kwara State. No be so? To construct the roads, repair the bad roads, build nice hospitals. Can you guys believe that for 4 years, they presented documents, evidence to show that for 4 years, after he was no longer governor, he was still getting paid the full salary of a governor. Oh my God, Nigeria! This man was getting paid the full salary of a governor every month for 4 years after he was no longer the governor. On top of his pension as a former governor he was getting the pension and the salary at the same time. My dear, what about those shameless senators? Are they still escorting him to... Now their number has reduced? About 19. Those shameless people, their number has reduced to like 19. You guys know that when they started his case, Saraki was not even showing up in court at all. He wasn't showing up at the tribunal. He would just send his lawyer, as if, who is bothering me? They don't know who I am. I mean, nothing go happen. And then when he showed up, remember that almost all the senators followed him to court. Yes, as if that would change anything. Now, only 19 of them are following him to court. I said, maybe their eyes are opening there. But many of them are still saying they are willing to spill their own blood for Saraki.
I'm not following Saraki because he's the Senate president. I'm following him because he's my friend and I believe in his leadership and he's a good man. As far as I'm concerned, it's a very big shame for this country, for the mature citizen to be subjected to this kind of environment.
You see? These are the people that made Nigeria what it is. And what about, I bet that one will follow Saraki anywhere. His hands are not clean as well. So he cannot separate himself. Malawi. Honestly, my people, it would be so shameful if at the end of all this, with all this evidence, if they just set a bail for Bukola Saraki, at least let Buhari use somebody as scapegoat so we know that he's serious with this fight against corruption. Now, the ridiculous thing, you would not believe, judges were forced to adjourn his case because there was no lights and they were using generator, and then the generator ran out of petrol, and you guys know there is fuel scarcity. What a shame. Nigeria, oh my god, you guys know I don't know anything. Guess what, I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to South Africa. Oh my god, but I was blown away. Watching the MPs debate whether or not they would impeach President Jacob Zuma. You know that the court ruled last week that he must pay back the people's money that he used in renovating his private house in Nkandla. Now come and see lawmakers talking about why the man must go.
Jacob Zuma must step aside. I choose today the people of this country, the constitution of this republic, and the removal of Jacob Zuma from office.
I said, Kai, when will Nigerian lawmakers also debate issues of national interest with such passion?
We are all equal before the law, including Zuma. It is better to stand alone and stand for the truth. Stop thinking through your stomachs. Use your brains to think.
I'm telling you, it was a heated debate.
It will be recorded that ANC members of this parliament chose to defend a crooked, broken president.
What did he say about Mr. President?
A crooked, broken president.
You see, the funny thing is, while this was going on, one of the ministers fell asleep. Do you guys know that they called her out?
This minister that we pay so much, she's sleeping in parliament, and with that position, she's going to fall. We're busy debating, you are sleeping. You are a sleepist. You think we're sleepists here? You are sleeping on duty.
You see, Nigerians, look at your own senators.
Well, that's the commotion at the Kwara State House of Assembly, leading to the exchange of blows by the lawmakers. House leader moved a motion for the suspension of 6 lawmakers who allegedly accused other lawmakers of backing Governor Tanko Almakura's decision.
You see, those shameless people, and they still get paid though. But in South Africa, they said, you are getting paid too much to be falling asleep on duty. Even though Zuma was not impeached that day, because when they voted, more people voted that they should not impeach him. I honestly love the fact that they have members of parliament who are not afraid to call out even Mr. President for embezzling money.
We're misled by this man, the President of the Republic of South Africa.
Do you know that Zuma was sitting right there and he was laughing?
We're misled by this man, the President of the Republic of South Africa.
I don't get it. What is funny? No wonder they don't respect the man.
Your legacy can be summed up into 3 things. Mushiniwam, Nkandla, Guptas. You are not a legitimate president. Bye-bye.
Anyway, I will keep you guys posted about what's going on in South Africa. But for now, it looks like Mr. Zuma ain't going nowhere. You guys know I don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Malawi, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for this woman. Teresa Kachinda Moto. She's a senior chief in the Desda district in central Malawi. That's a district of about 90,000 people. This woman is using her authority and her office as the chief to single-handedly stop 850 child marriages in the last 3 years. 850, in which, young girls are married off instead of putting them in school. She hears about this and says, this is not right and I'm not going to allow it. And she dissolves those marriages and puts these girls back in school. She said, no, you are going to school by fire, by force. How wonderful is that? Since 2015, it is illegal to get married if you are under the age of 18 in Malawi. But despite the law, children are still being married off under the so-called customary law, meaning that with parental consent and also overseen by traditional leaders. So this woman is saying, no more. We have to follow the law. The law says you have to be 18 before you get married. So she has a lot of chiefs under her. She's the main chief, you know. 4 male chiefs refused to cooperate with her. They were still approving underage marriages, and she heard about it. She suspended those guys until they agreed to play by the rules. So she puts these girls back in school, and when the parents can't afford to pay the school fees, she pays the school fees herself. Or if she can't pay it, she finds somebody that can pay the school fees of these girls. In fact, she made it a law now that no child should be found at home or doing household chores during school time. Now, those girls have the same opportunity as girls in different parts of the world to make something of their lives. Not only that, she stopped a ritual that requires young girls as young as 7 to go to a sex camp. They call it sexual initiation camps, where the girls will be taught how to please men. At the age of 7, you know, they will teach them how to be seductive, and they will teach them all kinds of sexual acts. As a matter of fact, the teacher will sleep with many of them. Africans, what kind of ritual is that? That you will take girls to a sex camp? Just imagine. The interesting thing to keep in mind, though, is that this has been the norm for years, for decades. All the male chiefs that came before this woman, they didn't do anything about it until a female became the chief. You see why we need women. Issues that pertain to women and girls are always taken seriously by women. Women that know what they are doing. Sure, you understand? Yes, so we need women. Malawi has one of the highest rates of child marriage in the whole world, interrupting their education and putting them at higher risk of domestic violence and early pregnancy. From what I read, many of the parents give up their daughters mainly because of poverty. So when they give their daughters away, they would get some money as dowry, the dowry price. So they would get some money to have some kind of relief financially. Unfortunately, the money finishes after some time as well. So then they will give out another daughter, you know, like using your daughters to make money. But this female chief actually talks to the parents and tells them that if you educate your daughters in a number of years in the future, you will actually have everything, because this girl would start working and she'll be able to take care of you instead of you having to give out each daughter every single year. So kudos to her. She's doing a wonderful job. We're very proud of you. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.
Growing up in Kenya, my sister and I were very close. But like any sisters, we fought a lot. She always got new clothes and I always got hand-me-downs. Now she's putting her children through school in Kenya. We still fight sometimes, especially when I send money for the kids. I tell her, buy some clothes for the younger one, and we both laugh.
With nearly 500,000 locations, our app and online, this is moving money for better.
So before I leave today, I like to read some of your emails. And the first one is from Muhammad Abubakar Balde. And he says, hi, Adeola. I'm a Nigerian student in Kampala, Uganda. We, the Nigerian students, really appreciate your show. Thank you so much. You're watching from Uganda. Thank you. So he sent me pictures they took during a cultural gala festival at the Kampala International University in Uganda. And he said that they are in solidarity with Nigerians with everything going on, because we are suffering about the current issues which are going on in Nigeria. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother, Muhammad Abubakar, for sending these pictures. I really appreciate. These are Nigerian students studying in Uganda, my people. Thank you so much for sending that. And I got a message from Danny Denzi, and he says, hi, Adeola. I'm an ardent follower of Keeping It Real and a loyal fan of yours. And he writes me about the Presidential Special Scholarship on Innovation and Development 2015/2016 award winners who have been neglected by the present administration due to the political affiliation. This is a merit-based scholarship devoid of federal character instituted by the last administration, and the winners of the scholarship have been left stranded since April of last year. I'll be so glad if you can help the scholars to feature it in your next edition. Thanks for being a voice for the voiceless. Okay, this is another situation where Nigerian government awarded scholarship, merit-based. These students worked hard to get this scholarship. And now the present administration is not following through with what the past administration did. If anybody is watching this show from the Nigerian government, please, something has to be done. You can't leave your students stranded. I've met people studying in the US from different parts of the world. I have never never met people that their government deserted them after awarding them a scholarship, except Nigerians. Except we're the laughing stock. People laugh at us. Why would you send people out if you won't back up your promise to sponsor them? Nigerian government, please do something. The name of the scholarship is Presidential Special Scholarship on Innovation and Development. Thank you so much for writing, my brother. Please keep me posted about what is going on. All right, that's all the time that I have for emails today. Please keep sending your emails to adeola.keepingitreal@gmail.com. Alright, y'all, before I sign out, oh my god, I can't believe that April 16th is almost here. Make sure you get your ticket if you're yet to. We have musicians that will be performing that night. We have comedians that will be performing. We have cultural dancers. We have a fashion show. And of course, we have presentations by myself and Dr. Damages and Tomato George. So it's going to be a night to remember for a long time. Of course, if you're there that night, you will see different sides of me that you've never seen. So get your ticket if you're yet to. This is the website to get your ticket, or if you want to get it from a person, these are the numbers to call to get your tickets. Alright, y'all, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's been real, and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.